play. Maybe a shorter episode because I've got, like I said, a lot to do today. Um, but as a bonus, I will probably be doing another episode later when I get everything done. So there's that. Let me double check. Make sure. Okay. Okay, so I guess we're going right. What's that down there? Let's go check it out. Shit, old boy's gone. Didn't do a fantastic job of burning that place down. So I'm guessing that that preacher's just gone. I'm not seeing him anywhere. And when I left, he was like right here. So, I don't know. Let's Ice Howl Taiga. What? Okay then. Iceworn Cellar. Let's check it out. Hello, welcome to the stream. I wonder who that is. There's somebody that just jumps on I guess kind of checks out what I'm doing and then leaves immediately. By the way that it's the same every time, like every time it's the same scenario. They jump on, stay for about 30 seconds, and then they leave. I get the feeling it's the same person. Um, I don't know who it is, but maybe sometime they'll actually say something. I mean, is this it? Because if this is it, I'm not seeing the point of even... Yeah, that was underwhelming. Back to Boulder Ridge. That's one thing I haven't been doing, is allowing the burning damage to really work its magic. I've been just kind of spamming the attack, and I mean, I get that in the long run it is working its magic, and oh no. Really? Okay, so my internet is fine. So it's the servers, which is horrible. I think this game's been out for like, what, 4 months? So outside of that unique, there's really not. And I gotta say, the drops that the uniques, they're just not worth it. I mean, on Diablo 2, I feel like when you killed a unique, you were pretty much guaranteed some kind of rare item. And they're just dropping gold, which is not great for a loot fest. I need to figure out how to salvage stuff. I mean, this looks like an interesting scene, but I can't really tell what's going on there. It's just so... Is there a body nailed to that tree, or is that just the tree? I mean, the graphics are so... If there was a zoom in, maybe I could tell, but... I feel like I've been very hard on this game. Is it as good as Final... or... I don't know why I went Final Fantasy. Is it as good as Diablo 2? No. But I will say that when I finished yesterday, I did have the urge to continue playing, so... I mean, at times I would like the ability to zoom out, like in Diablo, like as zoomed out as Diablo 2, and then other times I'd like the ability to zoom in, like you can do in Diablo 2, so... Let's see, options. Oh, there is a town portal. What is that? Oh, the right stick. Oh, there is. It's just not. It's not set. But it didn't full on lag, so. One thing I don't like, and I know there's a lot of things I don't like, the fact that enemy health bars show up at the top of my screen when they're like a screen away. I know, like in Diablo 1 especially, like you could get a little headstrong and keep rolling along and then walk right into a horde you're not prepared for, you know what I mean? Whereas in this, you pretty much know, oh, there's an enemy up ahead, you know? Run! Where are these stupid spiders? I know. I'm playing with fire by not taking the shortest path. The fact that they have the range to shoot me
when I'm not on their screen, that I can't see them to shoot at them. Not good either. I mean, I get it. The game is pretty much geared for me to be superior anyways, but alright, enough worrying about salvaging. I need to find somewhere to sell. Or I'm gonna get the dreaded "I can't carry anymore" message. I actually don't know if that's what they do in this game. I'm gonna bet it's right in this area. Okay, so where is all that stuff? You know what I mean? Like, I've picked up what I assume are crafting materials, but okay. Here we go. Okay. I can't really complain about the goats or whatnot not having any purpose in killing, because there was spiders and maggots and stuff like that in Diablo 2, so. Although I do think that even they in Diablo 2 had a small minute chance of dropping something. Very, very rare. Ooh, you almost got iced, mister. Okay. So my dude likes to get down on some alcohol.
Yeah. Is anyone here?
Alright.
What are you hiding back here?
Short fangs, young, freshly turned, an easy kill, further south than the others. They're spreading.
If you're going to trespass into my home, rifle through my things, then at least have the decency to join me for supper. I'm bloody hungry. That's quite the story.
I wish it wasn't true, but it is.
I wouldn't be trusting anybody cooking for
Why
me
did
at
I
this
have
point.
that vision?
Thank those friendly villagers. They gave you the blood of Lilith.
The blood of a demon.
Not just any demon. The daughter of hatred. The mother of sanctuary. She was banished ages ago. But this world is her creation. It was prophesied she would come back.
What does she want?
That's the question. Sanctuary has always been trapped amid the eternal conflict. A war between angels and demons. But Lilith serves neither side. She has her own plans for us.
And me? Am I corrupted?
Not sure yet. But you two share a connection. What will you do about it?
Use it. Find out what she's after.
Good. Then we're in this together. Rest while you can. Then we'll start in Kiovashad. If we can't stop Lilith, we'll all be damned.
But damn. Kinda sounds to me like she's serving a side. Hey, I gotta follow her. remember picking these up. Oh, I think I picked them up out of that big chest and just never checked them out because I was excited to be at the hermit's house. Just being thorough. Like I started to say before, like if you'll notice, you know, obviously I can take this right path, upper right path and get to my objective quicker, but I'm going back and checking the paths I didn't take just to collect and grind. Oh, Lorath doesn't have health of his own. So I'm taking it he's invulnerable. Let's test it out. Get him, Lorath. Yeah, they don't target him either, so they're not going to be able to test it out. I will die myself before I ever figure out whether he can actually be killed or not. I mean, I'm quite certain he will die, because, you know, it's a Diablo game. Nobody survives. Especially the Diablo 3 story, which was horrible. I'm just gonna say, I throw it out there. I think I'm not alone in saying that it was just bad. First they retconned Diablo 1 and gave the hero and that a name. I mean, granted, they kind of, they kind of came out in Diablo 2 unofficially and determined that it was the warrior and not the... Well, it was all three of them that defeated Diablo, but it was the warrior that put the soul stone in his head. I mean, and yeah, it was cool how they, you know, had that little Easter egg of like, you know, it's inferred that Bloodraven was the rogue. And the summoner in the Arcane Sanctuary was the wizard. Of course, you never learn the summoner's true name through that. I guess if you dig deep enough in the lore, maybe. But one issue that I had with all of that is you deal with Bloodraven way too early in the game, and this is a person that made it to Hell, made it through the cathedral, and the catacombs, and the caves, and then the Hell, or earthly version of Hell. And then she's like level 6 in Diablo 2, which, I mean, you can kind of infer that, you know, the the world and warriors of Diablo 2 are just that much powerful than the ones that were in Diablo 1, but
Never thought I'd live to see all this.
well, I guess this is the village. Okay, may the light of faith, light of Father Anarius, shine down upon all weary travelers of this holy land. Turn thy face toward its and find the strength, thy strength renewed.
The Angel in Arius. I'm sure you've heard the Cathedral of Light babbling about their Holy Father. Well, he's real. An angel walks among us. And when he learns that Lilith is here, blood will flow. They are ancient enemies. They'll drag the whole damn world into their feud unless we can stop it. Let's not linger. Kiovashad lies just ahead.
So let's see. I kind of want to go over here and check all that stuff out, but my inventory is mighty full, and if that's a living town, I need to unburden myself. So I was talking about Diablo 3, and yeah, I didn't like how they gave the warrior in Diablo 1 a name retroactively. And you know, made him the son of the king, even though there's,
My bags are full.
yeah, even though there's quite a few things throughout Diablo 1 that kind of say that makes no sense. I mean, I don't think it explicitly says that the son that became the host for Diablo was an only child, but you know, I feel like obviously it's a retcon, so they didn't you know, that all came later. But if there had been another son who had been, you know, off in another land fighting a war, there would have probably been some kind of reference, you know. Also, if you're you playing as the warrior and you're the son of the king, nobody in Tristram is gonna make a comment. It just was very messy. And on top of that, I'm not a huge fan. You have these two established games that are just, in my opinion, all-time greats. Diablo 1, which was a fantastic game, kind of ruined by hackers, but needed to happen so they would learn their lesson. And That's why they made Diablo 2 pretty hack-proof. I mean, it wasn't, nothing is fully hack-proof, but it was pretty hack-proof, and they were on their P's and Q's about finding people that were able to hack it and getting rid of them. But yeah, like Diablo 1 was a great game, and Diablo 2 was a great game, and just the need to go back and retcon things from those games just feels kind of, I know it's probably the wrong word, but blasphemous almost. And then what they did with Adria the Witch, you know, making it so that she was actually, I mean, don't get me wrong. Anybody that played Diablo 1 knows that Adria wasn't the most likable NPC, and she certainly had her own motivations that were not in line with every other person in the town, but she still helped you. Now granted, they kind of explain that away like, oh well, she knew that, you know, the Wanderer would put the stone in his head, but how could she be so sure? You know what I mean? Like, and that's one of my issues with the general story of Diablo 1 is like, why did he put the stone in his head when the stone for centuries sat just locked up? Now granted, that plan ended up not working because he was able to corrupt his prison and corrupt the king and eventually find, you know, Archbishop Lazarus, corrupt him, and through him kidnap the king's son and find his vessel for that game. But I mean, here's the lesson: just, you know, don't put it in your head, but, you know, instead of keeping it in a vault under a cathedral where people are going to be living and meeting, take it to some remote desert, throw it at the bottom of a chasm where nobody's going to be living, you know, and then make it so nobody can get there, so nobody absolutely, you know, but sticking it in your head, I mean, that everybody could see that plan was doomed. Hey,
Hold.
excellent.
To enter the city, you must
We
first...
have no time for this.
Hold on, guys. Let's see what's going on around here.
To enter Kyovashad, you must perform a cleansing ritual. Meaningless gesture, but some people take comfort in it.
How dare you!
Just let him through, lad. I've tried for years to get Lorath to do the ritual.
Fine, but this one stays.
I'll meet you inside.
Take
no
a
problem.
piece of holy cedar wood from the shrine and inscribe it with the sin which troubles you. Then, cast it into the brazier. As the fire burns the wood, so too will the light burn away your sin.
Well, that sounds like it's just what I need. I'm gonna put pride into the wood.
Right.
I'm a sorcerer, so pride is a big thing for me. Oh, that doesn't actually do anything? Okay.
Good. You must feel as though a great weight has been lifted from you. Welcome to Kyovashad.
Alright. What hell? Yeah. Need some AoE. And I guess this guy's gonna be a pyromancer. I mean, I only chose fire basically because I started off in a snowy place.
So, what did you write on a little piece of wood? Something about hubris or pride, perhaps? Well, it matters little, I suppose. I'm off to the dry steppes in search of that pale man from your vision. I must know what part he plays in all this. But first, I need you to retrieve something of mine while I finish my negotiations. A merchant in the center of the city has it. Just tell him I sent you.
Cool.
Sacrificing, summoning demons, honing all the wonderful gifts that Lilith gave them. There was a prophecy, yes. It foretold the rise of the primevals, the return of Lilith and Inarius, the doom of our world. Inarius adopted the prophecy for his own selfish purposes, put it in the Cathedral of Light's gospel, and made it seem like he would be the hero to save us.
Well, he sounds just as bad. Like he's been corrupted.
The Cathedral loves to go on about him. His imprisonment in hell, his valiant escape, his glorious return here, the world he created. But they never mention how being tortured in hell for a few millennia turned you into an ass.
Yeah, just like Izual. Izual? Whatever, the former angel that you gotta kill in Diablo 2, Act 4. I think his name was Izual. I don't remember.